Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So fixing the vital air and mind in one of the 6 circles of vital air circulation within the body, thus concentrating one's mind on the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is called Samadhi or Samadhana of the mind. So here Prabhupada mentions very important point. What is real Samadhi? We see pictures of people eyes closed, meditating. We also had some understanding of meditation before we came to Krishna consciousness. Anyone has practiced meditation before you came to Krishna consciousness? So typical meditation is you close your eyes and either you focus on some point or some breathing, trying to concentrate on something. So Prabhupada here is saying real Samadhi means to concentrate the mind on the Supreme Lord, the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Then Prabhupada explains in the purport that if you have to meditate on the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, that means that Lord is a person with many activities. If a Lord is impersonal, a lot of people think Lord is energy, some superpower. Then there is no question of pastimes, there is no question of leelas. Because Lord is here also the Vaikuntha Gunanu, Vaikuntha Leela. Because the Lord is a person, He engages in very wonderful, sweet pastimes, leelas. And we have heard that the Lord's holy name, the Lord's pastimes, Lord paraphernalia, everything in connection with the Lord is non-different from the Lord. And we all like hearing some katha. Whole world, why Prabhupada says so many newspapers, magazines are there? Because people like to hear katha. Filmfare magazine, Stardust, they're talking about what this hero did, what this heroine did, with whom he got married. Katha is written. But such katha will degrade us, will entangle us, will fan our lusty desires. But when Vaikuntha Leela, the pastimes of the Lord, which are transcendental in nature, which are in relation with His devotees, when we hear those pastimes, because the Lord is all pure and these pastimes, the name of the Lord, pastimes, qualities, paraphernalia are non-different, we come in contact with the Lord and we get purified. Just like example is given, iron in fire. When you put the iron in fire, it becomes red hot. It takes the quality of the fire. So likewise, we all like hearing about some pastime, some katha, some narration. So when we develop taste for hearing not some mundane katha, but katha of the Lord or pastimes of the Lord or Vaikuntha Leela, then we get purified. So two things. One is Samadhi means to meditate on the Lord's pastime. And second thing is, Lord pastime is only possible because Lord is a person. He is not impersonal void. And we have to be very grateful to Prabhupada, grateful to the Lord. The other day we were hearing one lecture. This world is designed by the Lord to reform the rebellious souls. There is internal energy of the Lord and there is external energy of the Lord. There is Yoga Maya and there is Mahamaya. Can anyone tell me what is the function of Mahamaya? To torment, to beat. Mama Maya Dhurateya. Adi Bhautik Kleshas, Adhyatmik Kleshas, Adi Devik Kleshas. Maya put a person in illusion, makes him forget the reality. It is Krishna Shakti. And Krishna says it is Dhurateya. It's difficult to overcome. Muhyanti yad sureya. Even big so-called scholars, big demigods also get bewildered. So there is one external energy which beats the living entity to reform. And there is also another support system provided by the Lord in the terms of His devotees. Lord personally coming and enacting these leelas so that we can hear these leelas, we can develop attraction for the Lord. Pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada coming and revealing the truths, the real knowledge, opening our eyes. So the Lord is very compassionate. He is beating us also through His external energy to reform us, to purify us, and also having a support system. We as preachers, when we preach outside, we are part of which team? Which team of Krishna? Support system. To give real knowledge to the people. No, this is wrong. We should not gratify our senses. We should not indulge in all these lusty activities. We should serve Krishna, giving the knowledge as representatives of acharyas. Lord has a mission in this world. Pure devotees have a mission. And we are part of that mission. We should remember that we are part of that. Who will enlighten the society? Who will give this knowledge? So we are representatives of Prabhupada to give that support system which is designed for reforming these living entities. You require beating also. Just like that potter, when he makes the pot. Have you seen the potter making the pot? From outside he does like this, clay, and inside support. So this outside is Maya, beating, and inside is the support which we are supposed to provide. Distribute knowledge, Divya Gyan, enlighten people, tell them that this is Maya. So we have to be grateful that Prabhupada Krishna, out of his compassion, he comes in different forms, different avataras, as holy name, as transcendental pastimes for us, so that we can benefit, we can purify, and we can get reformed. Once there was a boy, he had very big boil in his leg, very big boil. And somehow he neglected, and the boil had become big and full of pus. And it was very, very painful. Whole night he's not able to sleep, daytime, fully pain, and the boil is on the leg where even if he's sitting that, the boil will touch the floor and he cannot sit also properly. Always screaming. The mother, just like in any Indian household, every mother has some home remedies. दादी माँ के नुस्खे. So she consulted some of her elders and they told के नीम की पत्ते का पेस्ट बना के and all that, something you do, add some turmeric and all that, and that paste you apply, it will help. So she quickly made that paste, got hold of neem leaves and put turmeric and all that thing, and made that paste and put it on the boil. For some time, for few minutes, maybe half an hour or something, there was some relief on the boil. The pain little bit appeared that there was some soothing effect. But after that again the pain started and it was again as bad as earlier. Started screaming, started shouting. Young boy cannot tolerate, doesn't know what is happening. Mother cannot explain, no, ठीक हो जाएगा. So then this boy's elder sister, she also wanted to help her brother. She also started thinking, what can I do, and the boy is saying, it's burning so much, so painful, so she applied her mind. She said, because it is burning, maybe if we put some cold water or ice, this thing. They say, when it's burning or there is burned something, maybe she would have read in science somewhere. So she went to the refrigerator, took out some ice cubes, make some little bit of ice cube she crushed, put it in cloth and started putting that cloth, ice cubes on the boil. Because it was cold, initially it was this thing, but then that burning sensation subsided for few minutes, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, it subsided. So long as she was putting that ice cube, the burning sensation stopped. So there was some relief. But after some time, again it started burning. Then comes their uncle. This mother had called brother and said, please come, do something. This is serious. He's shouting so much. I'm not able to handle. Looks like we'll have to go take him to some hospital or something. So the uncle came, and uncle was practicing some kind of meditation, just like here it says impersonal void. He was some kind of impersonalist. So he saw the boy screaming in pain, so much of pain, and he is not able to see the boy, he is not able to see the mother, he is not able to see the family members. Everyone is completely bewildered what to do. The uncle thought for a while and he says the best solution is, he was reluctant to speak, but somehow he said, I think in this circumstance, best solution is any guess? He says, let us kill the boy. Mother said, hey, what are you saying? He says, this is the best solution. In Hindi they are saying, na rahega baans, na bajegi bansuri. So kill the boy. Because so much of pain, he is suffering, you are suffering. Once he is over, no pain, no suffering. So mother scolded this, nonsense, don't you know what sense, what are you talking about? Anyway, then the mother, then she called up some family friend and who was a doctor, and the doctor came. Doctor came with that bag. She explained that he has a big boil, he is so painful and all that. So the doctor came, moment he saw the boil, he opened the bag and took out one surgical knife. And the boy had already heard the uncle saying, kill him, maar do usko. The boy got really scared, now they are going to kill me. That surgical knife in the hand. He again started screaming more and more, but this Doctor very patiently took the knife. He caught hold of his hand. Small boy. He cut out the boil. All that pus came out. And then cleaned all the pus. Put the ointment, whatever medicine had to be put. And then cleaned it up. And dressed the whole wound. It was painful, that surgery, minor surgery what he did was very painful, but after say half an hour or something, there was complete relief. So now let us all think of what are these, there are 4 things which happened with the boys. What are the 4 things? Mother putting that neem ka paste. Second, sister putting ice cubes. Third, uncle saying, kill the boy. Maar do, maar do. And the 4th one is doctor doing a minor surgery. What does the first thing represent? We also, every one of us have some material problems. We all are suffering. In this world you cannot scream because people will think you are weak, so you have to put up a show. But everyone is having some challenge because of which he is suffering, internally, externally. What does the first thing represent? Anyone? First thing represents material solutions to our problems. Temporarily it gives some relief, immediate some relief we get, but again the problem continues. There is no permanent solution. In fact, the problem becomes worse. You solve one problem, it creates 2 problems. What does the second thing represents? Ice cubes. She studied science book and then she knows that ice cubes will burning sensation will subside. Whenever there is some burnt, this thing, ice cubes is the best treatment. She studied in science. What does that represent? It represents modern day scientific innovations, technology. We all have a lot of faith that it will solve my problems. Science has given so many contributions. Yes, for some relief we get, for some moment we seem that our problem is solved, but it's not, again, not a permanent solution. Prabhupada tells in his lectures that to solve the problem of transportation we have made big roads, so many automobiles. But then we have solved one problem, but we have created another problem. So many accidents are happening. So many factories are working, Ugra Karma is happening, making automobiles, this thing, car, tire, tube. There is factory which is just making tires. There is factory which is just making one part of the automobile. So many, we are not fanatics, yes, some benefit also is there, but it creates further so many complications. We solve one problem, it creates 2 problems. What does the third uncle represent? Impersonalist. What do they say? Merge into impersonal Brahman. Annihilate your individuality. Individuality means then you have material body and you have this thing, merge into impersonal Brahman. Mukti, moksha. Annihilate your existence. Even Lord Buddha said, all these problems are because of material desires. And material desires are because of this material elements coming together. Become shunya. Dismantle this material element. Impersonal void, then there is no problem. What does the doctor represent? What does doctor represent? The spiritual master, a pure devotee. What does surgical knife represent? The harsh words which at times Krishna also speaks spiritual. You rascal, fools and rascals, mudha nabhijanati, maya prita jnana. to bring us to our senses, to open our eyes, to shake us up, to bring us to reality. Just like when the Father, sometimes people ask why Prabhupada uses this harsh word. If he doesn't use harsh word, we will not come to our senses. Just like a child is playing kite, he is at the rooftop and he's on one corner of the, and he's not aware, he's busy flying this thing. If the father is seeing the child and he sees that he's about to fall, what will the father say? Just visualize, just think of it. A father has gone to the rooftop and he is saying the child is busy flying the kite and he is completely absorbed and he is almost at the corner of the roof. Just one step he will be falling down. And father, as soon as he goes to the rooftop, he sees that. What will the father say? Beta, aisa mat karo. What will the father say? Hey, nonsense! What are you... He'll immediately shout. Yes or no? Out of his compassion. And also out of seeing the foolishness. अक्ल नहीं है क्या? क्या कर रहे हो? गिर जाओगे. Any person will have that response. So, and that surgical knife doing that operation, cutting the wound, it's breaking our attachments. Now we have attachments, material attachments, attachment to money, attachment to family, attachment. Hriday Granthi. Vidyante, what is that verse? Chidyante, that series of verses. What is that exact word? Granthi, Chidyante Sarva Samshaya. So spiritual master does that. And once that Hriday Granthim is broken, attachment is broken and we come to our senses, our eyes open up, the reality is where Maya's illusion is, then we come to, then we, just like here we read in this thing, conversation, Samsara Dava Nalalida Loka Tranaya, then we experience the relief. And that spiritual master is giving it's like an ocean of mercy, is delivering. Prabhupada gives an example that just like when forest is in fire, then man-made fire brigade will not help. Only the clouds when they rain, that will help. So spiritual master's mercy is like the rain of cloud, the rain of mercy. Krishna is ocean of mercy. From that, the clouds gets formed and the spiritual master's mercy. Through that mercy, our material existence can be doused. The fire of material existence can be doused. So here it is said that real Samadhi means spiritual master comes and tells us about Krishna, opens our eyes, who is the Supreme Lord. We all had, everyone have some idea of God. He is power, he is Supreme Being, he is some energy. A genuine spiritual master makes us aware of Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana. Who is that Supreme Lord? What is our Sambandha with Him? What is our duty? What we should be doing? And because of spiritual master mercy, when we get this understanding of the Lord, His Leelas, His pastimes, and we hear them regularly, Vaikuntha Leela, then we get purified, our relationship with the Lord gets established, and then Prayojana, the fruit of that activity we'll get. So we'll stop now. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.